making that face too because she is a big Chiefs fan. But before that, Jen, we've got to say happy National Weather Person's Day.
Aw, thank you.
So is it technically National Weather Person's Day or is it National Meteorologist Day? Because there is a difference between the two.
Weather persons.
It is weather person?
It is weather
Do you know the difference?
It's mainly weather anchor, but also it likes to include everyone that talks about weather.
Yeah.
When you go to like
Meteorology,
California, some of the meteorologists there, they're not meteorologists, they're weather anchors, so they don't quite have the degrees in it, but they still forecast and present the weather.
Yeah, well, Joe is making an appetizer just for you today, and we've got some leftover pancakes.
Oh, I am very excited. We have a good day here on Studio 10, and you know what? Also, we have a good weather day. We started off wet and soggy so far to begin this morning. We started to see some of those overcast skies, and the cloud cover, it's going to be here to stay, but a lot of that rain, it's going to be pushing out of here. Looking in just a little bit closer, we're starting to see what light rain we saw earlier, and now things look so much better. Looking in closer towards Mobile County, we're still starting to see just some of those light isolated sprinkles just closer towards Wilmer and down towards Hurley, but all of that has continued to push out of our Mississippi counties. What's left behind is mainly just going to be some of that cloud cover sticking around. Taking a live view outside right now from our Battleship Memorial camera, gray, gloomy, low-hanging clouds across the Bayway and the Causeway. Temperatures right now resting in the upper 40s, still feeling a bit more on the chilly side, mainly due to those northerly winds. And then temperatures all across the Gulf Coast, resting in the mid to upper 40s, even some lower 50s out there. As we make our way into the rest of today, we're going to start to see daytime highs maxing out mid to upper 50s, staying steady in the lower 50s, so still going to be feeling chilly for any parade plans heading later on into tonight, and then rain chances over the next 5 days. We're getting rid of all of that rain for this morning. I'm going to go ahead and knock off those rain chances with this next update. And then as we're starting to see for the week ahead of us, things staying calm and quiet until we get closer towards the weekend. That's when, unfortunately, rain chances begin to creep back in. Coming up in just a little bit, I'm going to talk more about your forecast, talk about what we can expect for the full week ahead of us, and also talking more about that rain. All that's coming up soon. Joe, Chelsea.
Welcome back, and we are all in the kitchen for a very special reason. There's a little football game going on Sunday, and usually during the football games you eat little snacks, and so today and throughout the week we are previewing some big game snacks.
So we're going to have 5 different days of snacks, right? Do you know what you're doing yet?
I have no clue what I'm doing. I think the big thing that we've been talking about is, am I going to go sweet? Am I going to go savory? Because we also have our producer Danielle participating. We have Vanessa participating. So we've been talking it over a little bit.
Yeah, mine's tomorrow, and I still don't know what I'm making. So
You got to figure it out.
Stay tuned, but we know what you're making. What you got, Joe?
All right, so this is going to go pretty quick here. So I'm making something called Wisconsin cheese fries. The name throws you off because you think it's French fries, but it's more like a mixture of like a thin crust pizza and like garlic bread and cheese sticks, sort of. So pizza fries originated in Wausau, Wisconsin. Wausau was actually the home of my last TV station. I worked at WAOA in Wausau, Wisconsin, so that's when I got introduced to these. They had them in the frozen pizza aisle. This brand called Portesi's had these, and I tried them. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. So basically you can see the finished result here. So what this is you basically make the pizza. What I did to try to make this more big game-like, if we can move the camera a little, is I bought some cookie cutters that were in the shape of football stuff, and I cut them out. And after doing that, I would not recommend that.
Oh, why?
It was difficult.
You lost a lot of.
Yeah, you can try to do it that way if you want, but yeah, you lost some of the content. You know, you try to cut them out as much as you can to keep all the crust in there. But anyway, you can see what I'm doing now is layering this on very thick. This is just butter and garlic. I heated them up together so the flavors kind of mix together.
Like that.
And then you bring in the cheese. I made a point for this segment to buy Sargento cheese because it's from Wisconsin.
Made with love.
And I would also say get whole milk mozzarella. You don't want to use the cheap stuff for this.
Whole milk mozzarella.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I was looking for gloves. I couldn't find any right before the segment, so my hands are clean, everyone.
We trust.
So you have a layer of that. Then you add a layer of Parmesan cheese, not the grated stuff, the actual stuff. And then you add one more layer of mozzarella cheese on top.
I haven't tried this yet, but I'm liking it. I like what I see.
You like the cheese that you're eating so far?
I love the cheese that I'm eating so far. I just love a good This is like literally the perfect appetizer that'll
truly
feed some
is.
people.
So yeah, again, you can see my display here. Everyone, don't get upset. This is my wife's Auburn tray. If you're an Auburn or Alabama fan, I'm not trying to be divisive. It just works good to put the marinara sauce, and then you just dip it in there. When I'm done with this, I'm going to put it in the oven. It's easier to just cut them into strips.
Sure.
So you can do that, or
Italian
you can try to
seasoning?
be the football. What?
Italian seasoning? Going after?
Yes. So I'm glad you asked that. I also, my brother and sister-in-law sent me some seasonings from Wisconsin. So yeah, so I was using an Italian, a salt-free Italian seasoning here. You want basil, oregano. Sometimes you can have some parsley in there a little bit too, but this is a few other things in there. But anyway, 7 to 10 minutes in there.
Okay.
You top that on top. You put this on the end. You top it off and then cut it into strips, or this, and you're good to go. I don't want y'all to try these because these are my display. We'll get them out when they're hot in just a little bit. You can try them out then.
That's a tease. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna have this recipe on our website in just a little bit. If you do want to try it, I'm really interested. It reminds me of like breadsticks in a way.
Yeah, it's like a thin
thin.
crust, cheesy breadstick, real garlicky and
Yeah.
stuff. So you gotta like that, but hit it with the marinara sauce. You're good to go.
Okay.
Solid.
Well, we're gonna let Joe's cheese sticks heat up in the oven. But before we go, we got to talk about something sweet.
Yeah, so something really fun is that you guys had mentioned it at the top of the show is that it's National, let me dip down here, it's National Weather Person's Day, and we just got this delivery from Bluebell, and they brought all of our meteorologists some nice ice cream.
Y'all
Yay!
did
Thanks,
Thanks,
Bluebell.
for
That was-
giving us ice cream. I called dibs on the Mardi Gras king cake.
Have you had
one.
it?
I have.
Delicious.
Delicious. I'm so excited, and really that gets you into the Mardi Gras spirit. Something else that gets us into the Mardi Gras spirit, some nice weather.
Yes.
Out there. Yes.